we're gonna collect arms and bring them above their head. Go ahead and hit me. His arms are basically above his head now. And I have this post here. So it's super, super effective way of forcing your opponent's arms up over your head and then trapping them there. So obviously the face-to-face confrontation, we're still gonna back up in our jiu-jitsu mind and think about our Rickson Gracie L stance, so that if he starts to put pressure on me, I can lean into this and make it difficult. I'm not just giving him a bilateral sitting foot stance where I have no balance backwards and he pushes me and I'm simply gonna back up. I have nothing to leverage my pushback into him. And that would apply not only to the shove, but even if he were to grab onto me, if I had clothing on, and start to try to control my body, I should be able, go ahead and just lean into me, to be able to somewhat stabilize the forward and backward movement. If he moves me to the side, I have a post. If he moves me to that side, I have a post. I'm not just getting thrown around frontwards, backwards, side to side like a rag doll. And so when we approach and we begin our distance management control, it starts with our base. It's always our base. And from the base, then we build up to, okay, now how far away am I? Because if he can extend his hand and I extend my hand and we're just touching fingers, I'm pretty safe from a punch. If he had a bat, that changed things. But hand to hand, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. So when the guy's out here like this, you know, like approaching me like he's gonna punch, or even swinging, and I'm just touching those hands, I know I'm still in the safe zone. The other measuring tape is my foot. So he comes in, if I can put my foot out and stop him from approaching from there, and I gotta be careful not to hurt his knee, but in a real fight, I don't care if I hurt his knee. It's a small target, so I gotta be careful because it's easy to slip off to the side and now I'm in, right? So I would prefer to aim for bigger targets, which would be the center of his body, the hips, and if I'm gonna go for the knee, I'm going sideways, not straight on. But that's another measuring tool. But he's penetrated that measuring. He's penetrated my distance. And now we're in to the clinch. There's multiple ways that we take the fight to the ground. In today's exercise, because it's really not even the focus of the technique, we're simply gonna go down to a knee. I'm gonna double grab behind the knees and I'm gonna push with my shoulder and take him to the ground. And this is gonna be our setup right here. Distance management, we come in, we're too tight, I'm still controlling the punching hands. I come in here, I want you to lasso, get your nice base. I've got one foot out and my other knee is still on the ground. But instead of letting go of the legs, I've shot my one arm around, collected both knees, pulled them in, right into my bicep and shoulder, and now I'm gonna close the clamshell with my head. Is not just gonna sit here. They're gonna be trying to get out, punch me, kick me. So I've got to start the control on the legs, but I don't want to lose my post. I want to continue to put pressure to make them feel controlled. This is not only is this a good takedown, this is the beginning of making them understand I just chose a fight with the wrong person. I can feel it. I can feel that they know exactly what they're doing because I can't move my legs right now. And the pressure that I feel from their body is about to transfer. Okay? So really quick, just to correct a couple things I'm seeing, this is all good, right? We were at distance management, trying to de-escalate, trying to talk them out of it, but they're coming in and they're swinging haymakers. Drop, Now right from there, I can even push that in, but look at where my base is at. So try to roll left or right. Right? I've got such a wide base. he's not going to do this to me. Roll. That's the danger. Is that I'm all concentrated on wrapping up these legs, but I'm like a pencil, and he's just going to roll, and I'm going to be on the bottom. I don't want that to happen. So when I take him down, now roll. Not happening. And we're not hanging out here. The last thing I want this guy to do is to sit up and start whacking at me. So this is going to change really fast. This is just the takedown. Okay, so let's look at where we're going from here then. So we've been trying to de-escalate. We're watching these dangerous hands. I take the fight to the ground, or whether I keep this side. My shoulder is plowing. If they got pants on, I can grab material. If it's no-gi, I've got to use big grips. But look at my feet. Look at the toes are engaged. He feels a lot of abdominal pressure right now. I'm not staying here though. I'm moving up. And look at my hands. They become like scrapers. Along with my head. Then my feet come in and they trap his legs while my knees are my post. Okay? If for some reason I've got to wrap up these legs like a body triangle, which is okay, I'm going to lose my post with my knees. And so what do I use now for my post? I have to, right? Or he's going to sweep me. But that doesn't mean I can't collect here and then use my head. Try to roll me the other way. Okay. He has nothing to generate power with. We've disempowered his ability to really roll or sweep. If we're concerned about getting hit on the way up, there's two things probably making you feel that way. Number one, we're going super slow to get the technique down. But number two, is because you don't quite understand yet that we're going to collect arms and bring them above their head. Go ahead and hit me. His arms are basically above his head now. And I have this post here. So it's super, super effective way of forcing your opponent's arms up over your head and then trapping them there. That's what we're doing. From there, sky's the limit. How do you want to finish the fight?